The rumor died soon afterwards until September 2011, when apparently a forum on superherohype.com brought it up again. The thread containing the post was soon taken down. Here's what the post had to say. Hi all, please take this as a rumor. I'm simply going to relay the story as it was told to me. So I started a new job in downtown Pittsburgh on Monday near Smithfield Street. For those that know Pittsburgh, they filmed here and on Cherry Way, which I have a view of from my office window. At the corner of Smithfield Street and Boulevard of the Allies, there's a small comic shop. I went in it for the first time yesterday and started talking to the guy who runs it. And he was telling me about some of the crew who went into the shop. This is what was told to me. He said that a weapon prop crew member was in the shop talking about the film, and they said that Robin was being introduced in this film. I repeat, he said that Robin was being introduced in this film. I asked him who he said would be playing him, and he said, the dark-haired guy from Third Rock from the Sun. That, of course, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I pressed him for more details, and he said that Bruce Wayne will retire as Batman, and that JGL will take up his cause as Robin. He did not say if it was mid-film, meaning Batman would return, making sense so far from what we know, or if this is how the film would end. Now, this comic shop manager didn't seem to know much about the filming. He didn't even know who JGL was. I asked him if Robin would be in full costume, and he said that he would be in full costume in the next film. We know that no one doing another Bat film is pretty much not going to happen, so please take this with a grain of salt, as he could have easily been confused or misled, perhaps intentionally. Don't shoot the messenger. That all being said, this would be fairly Nolan-esque, mislead us about JGL's non-DC character, all the while revamping Robin's origin as a police officer turned vigilante sidekick. Perhaps his parents are killed at the Gotham Rogues game, and this could be why he's seemingly assisting Batman in scenes so far. Perhaps all the Bane, Catwoman, Batwing leaks are to conceal bigger trend. Again, don't shoot the messenger, but I thought this was info worth sharing. So the rumor died once more until an interview with Joseph Gordon-Levitt from MTV's Josh Horowitz on September 21st, 2011. When Horowitz asked, "You're not Robin, just tell me that." Joseph Gordon-Levitt began to laugh and said, "You know I can't have this conversation." Horowitz asked again, "But you're not Robin." Levitt said again, "I can't have this conversation," and he shook his head. Then on Jay Leno on September 21st, 2011, Jay Leno said to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, "Because I was reading stuff on the internet that you were Robin." Jay Leno waits for a response, and Levitt jumps in, saying, "There's a lot of rumors. People like to talk about Batman." Jay then says, Oh. Now that, you see, is a political answer." Levitt then says, "Is that what it is?" Leno then continues, "See, you didn't say no. You said there were a lot of rumors. People like to talk about Batman." A stark contrast to Marion Cotillard's answer to MTV News about her character not being from the comics, even though rumors persist that she is Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter from the comic books. Even though stills of this production just screams Talia. She even straight up tells the reporter no when asked if she's lying about the character being from the comic. Now, how could Joseph Gordon-Levitt play Robin? Well, for one, his character name, John Blake, may simply be a ruse to keep a tight lip on his story and true character reveal. John Blake, as revealed by BleedingCool.com, was featured in an early issue of Batman with Robin. He was simply a young boy who got pranked on by the Joker. Seems like a good way to shadow Joseph Gordon-Levitt's real character, right? Just as Liam Neeson turned out to be Ra's al Ghul when he was cast as Henry Ducard. John Blake could be a cover-up for Dick Grayson. In the film, there have been scenes of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in front of an orphanage, and as most of us know, Dick Grayson was orphaned at a young age. Here's a closer look at the orphanage, which apparently will play a role in the film. Now, if Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is a cop, then does that mean he isn't Robin? Nope. Dick Grayson, the first Robin and now Nightwing, was once a cop when he was in Bloodhaven, Gotham City's sister city. Now remember that Nolan quote about Robin, which may or may not be real? Remember how he said the studio wasn't interested in Robin at the time? Now you've seen that Robin is becoming a more media-friendly character. Young Justice, awesome show by the way, just wish they used Tim Drake Robin like in the comics. Batman Live, the Batman stage show that features the story of the first Robin as its plot, and Batman Under the Red Hood, the animated Batman film focused heavily on the first and second Robin. What more is Batman Arkham City, now featuring a playable Tim Drake Robin, third Robin in the challenge maps and campaign challenge maps. Seems the studio is interested in Robin now. Also notice how Arkham City will feature Catwoman as a playable character to coincide with the newly found popularity of Catwoman by moviegoers waiting for The Dark Knight Rises, as well as having Talia featured in the game. And you fight alongside with Bane for the same reason. Maybe they're doing this with Robin as well. During a live Q&A on Eurogamer in 2009, game director Sefton Hill responds to a comment about Robin. Here's the Q&A. Brightspark asked, "Come on, let's all be honest. The only people who don't like Robin are people who are embarrassed at reading a comic book and want to legitimize it in some way by saying it's realistic and for adults. Batman needs Robin the same way that Holmes needs Watson, and the two characters are inseparable, thematically speaking." Sefton Hill, "I love Robin. Time-wise, Arkham Asylum predates Robin, but a lot of people who don't read the comics don't know about how cool Robin can be, so I'm with you on this one. I've already shown how there are references to Robin in Arkham Asylum in my video, Arkham Asylum Review and Sequel. But the point is that this quote about predating Robin turned out to be false, as Arkham City, the sequel to Arkham Asylum, now features Robin, having already been trained by Batman. Before Robin was confirmed, Sefton Hill even said, "Our studio's philosophy is trying to focus on one thing and do it really well, rather than doing a number of things not so well. Also, in looking at what would give the most interesting story, we felt that it was Batman inside Arkham City on his own. We're not fundamentally opposed to sidekicks, but having the whole prison, all the worst supervillains in Gotham, against Batman. And what happens next got us really excited. It's him against crime." Then again, Sefton Hill said to Games TM Magazine issue 103, "There's a checkered past for him, but I really feel that some of the latest iterations of the character in the comic book universe are really interesting and exciting. I don't really want to say much more than that, but I definitely feel that, if done right, he can be a fascinating character," which contradicts his own statement. This goes to show that you can't take a quote from years ago, or sometimes even a few months ago, and stick with it. People change their minds. Now, I'm sure that some of you know this, but Robin was featured in Tim Burton's Batman. They eventually removed his scene from the film because they felt that the relationship between Batman and Robin wasn't essential enough to the story, so they cut it out. But the scene can be viewed in storyboard form in the Batman 1989 DVD special features. The storyboard features the voices of Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, and Jason Hillhouse, all from Batman the Animated Series. When Tim Burton couldn't use him in Batman, he then decided that he'd want to use him in Batman Returns. Another version of Batman Returns, written by Sam Hamm, who wrote the first film with Bob Kane as creative consultant, had Robin as a street kid who helped Batman escape Catwoman, and was taken in by Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale. Catwoman and Penguin were still the main antagonists for the film. In the film, they were looking for the hidden treasure beneath Wayne Manor, and eventually have an epic showdown with Batman, Dick Grayson, and Vicky Vale in the Batcave. Many agree that this script is even better than the one they went with. Burton then commissioned a rewrite by Daniel Waters. During the 5 drafts of the script, Waters wrote Robin from a juvenile gang leader to a black teenager who worked as a garage mechanic. Marlon Wayans signed to play Daniel's black teenage Robin. Eventually, due to there being too many characters, Robin was cut and saved for a third film. Also, Waters apparently believed, as he stated in the article Daniel Waters on Writing, in Film Reveal page 67 to 69 on August 1995, that Robin is the most worthless character in the world, especially with Batman as the loner of loners. The other changes Waters did to Sam Hamm's script included removing Harvey Dent from the film and adding Max Schreck, removing Vicky Vale and adding the whole Penguin running for mayor, while an unaccredited rewrite by Wesley Strick added the killing the firstborn of Gotham scheme based on the story of Moses. So, Robin was known by Tim Burton as a major player in the Batman mythos. Fortunately, he did not return as director in the third Batman film, Batman Forever, although he stayed on as producer. Could Nolan and the studios now understand the importance of Robin and his involvement in the Batman franchise? I'd say it very much seems so. So what does that mean? Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt Robin? We can understand that the chances are much higher now that we know all of this information.